and exposes every single part of it, even though that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's what we're dealing with. So we must have patience, but the goal is clear, the direction is clear, and that is the right to self-determination of the Kashmiris, enshrined in international law, not by Pakistan, by the UN, whose responsibility it is to make this happen. Let me also say a couple of other things before I close. One, why isn't the world responding the way we want the world to respond? So the first thing is, yes, the world is not responding. I am at least not one of those who will say, no, everything is... No, we are not getting the response any just world would give to the kind of draconian measures and barbaric policies that India has followed in IIOJK. We all know mercantilist interests, we all know India counterweight to China, etc. But I do want to point to you that never has India been censured the way it has been in the Western press and media, by US congressmen and women, by UK parliamentarians, by human rights organizations, like it has in the past year and a half. We do a very comprehensive analysis of these things very scientifically. There's some people in the room who sort of work with us on that. And we can even show you numbers in terms of how the narrative on India has changed in the West. So it is not that the world is completely blind to what is happening. The challenge is to move this realization to an action which is doing the right thing against India, to push it, to change what it's doing in IIOJK, and then more importantly for us, move to a real resolution of the dispute. But things are changing. They're much slower than we want, but with our unapologetic, proactive and pragmatic attitude, we will continue to hammer this to push it as much as possible. Last point I want to make. Despite everything we know India is doing, Pakistan's vision is peace. That is the conversation we continue to have. It's the one-step and two-step formula. And we still stand for peace. Despite everything else, there is a way forward, there has to be a way forward, but the enabling environment for that conversation has to be created by the country that has taken that enabling environment away. And that's India. And that's where we ask the world to come in and compel India to do what is required to move this equation forward. It is not that we are pleading the world to come and support us in something. We're just asking the world to do what it has already guaranteed it must do, which is push India to a real, sincere dialogue to resolve Kashmir in light of the UNSC resolutions. Once again, let me just end by stressing, think about the Kashmiri lives. That's who we stand with. The territorial dispute, of course, is there, but first and foremost, we must not rest till we get the Kashmiris the justice and the right to self-determination they've been promised. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Moeed Yousaf, for sharing your thoughts and remarks with us. Now if you could direct your attention to the screen again, we'll be seeing a short visual display of the plight of the Kashmiri people in illegally occupied Indian Kashmir.